Holiday sports fans, I'm Jason Salas, your 671 sports nerd, and I am absolutely nerding out today, but I am a little bit of a drone pilot. I picked up the hobby maybe about a year ago. My buddy Charlie Hermosa is here. We are on location today at Wings Aviation on Tumon Bay. Charlie, always good to see you, my friend.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I ran into you at the Agani Shopping Center when we were doing like a STEM conference, and you mentioned to me that we are actually using drones now in the context of sports. I'm all about that. You had me at hello, man. I mean, I've been shooting golf like with a drone, getting nice atmospherics and everything like that. You've actually taken that to the next level.
Yeah, well, you know, one of the things that we were we were approached about the possibility of doing a ball drop, a golf ball drop. And so one of the things that they wanted to see was, one, do we have a sizable enough drone that can carry multiple golf balls?
Check.
And then how many golf balls?
You've only got like 1,000 drones here
Right.
of every size and scope.
So we were working on that, trying to make sure what was the right drone to be able to capitalize on making sure that we can put as many balls as possible. And then they turned it into a fundraiser. So everybody had the ability to go out and purchase a ball, put their number on it. I think the price was at $20 a ball. But for the amount of payout, it was worth it. The payout was $1,000 for the ball that dropped closest to the pin or closest to the target, which we did this time. So
anybody get a hole in one?
You know what? This is one of the things that we're trying to promote now, and hopefully, you know, the viewers can go, give us a call, and if you're putting on a golf tournament event, let us know, because we want to be able to, put this technology. Match it up with golf, and then you win a prize. And one of the things that we were able to do is showcase the abilities of a heavy lift drone to be able to carry over. I think we carried over over 200 balls.
This adds a completely new dimension. I mean, doesn't take away from from the game whatsoever, because traditionally when we think of golf, we think of guys like at the tee hitting these moonshots, so going ground level skyward. You've actually made the game even more competitive by going in the opposite. You're right almost now, stratospheric before, and now you're going back down.
Right now, this is a chance. Now, right now, this is a chance. It's I guess you look at the odds, and they were doing the odds as far as getting the ball in the middle. Folks bought 20 balls to see which one would hit the target, which one would go in. And
could they operate the drones themselves, or did you have like licensed operators?
No. We operate the drones.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're in the hands of professionals.
Yeah, absolutely. So we loaded up the balls, shook them up, make sure that everything was fair. And then we loaded up the drone, and it took off. We hovered between 45 to 50 feet, and we could definitely play on the height, on the altitude based on wind factors, weather, and so forth. And then we had another drone that actually was a little bit of a spotter, so kind of put me in the position where we were somewhere above, so that it was fair enough for everybody's ball to go down and had that opportunity to win. And then once everything was set, we gave it 3, 2, 1. And we hit the switch, and all the balls fell according to how we thought the balls would fall, and there was one winner.
And this is incredible, because I mean, you've got to, as a drone pilot, and now as a competitor, you've got to factor in wind, the contours of the green itself. I mean, the physics of the ball falling down. I mean, the physics professors are salivating right now at probably want to get on board with this.
Well, absolutely. I mean, and one of the things that, so even with drones, they're even moving into other sports facilities, into the drone soccer, right? And so we're looking into that, because that is another sport that is being sort of matched up with drone technology. So that's an evolution that's going to be going into the STEM, going through the middle schools, going through the high schools, and eventually into competitive leagues. You'll see this, right? It's kind of far-fetched. I mean, you probably saw this in the Jetsons, but these things are really coming alive. I mean,
yep. So we've had drone racing for years now.
Drone racing for years now, but between the robotics, between the drone technology, the advancements, the chip manufacturing, I mean, that has driven the ability to be able to make these smaller drones be as productive and as high speed and as powerful as the bigger ones were, right? So everything you see kind of being condensed, but the ability for these drones to be able to move fast, work harder. I mean, it all comes down to that little chip that's being able to push all that. So it's amazing how the drone technology is really moving forward.
And like I said, it was all for a good cause, and it adds a completely new dimension to getting into sports. So are you thinking of any other types of athletic competitions where you could actually bring in drones? I mean, I've always done it just from the standpoint of capturing moments.
Right.
You're actually adding to the game.
Yeah, we're actually looking at the drone soccer. So we have a partner on the mainland that reached out, just wanted to kind of give us an update on how they were doing their program and how we can capitalize and being able to put that into, with the school systems, because I think a lot of the students today, a lot of the kids, they're into that. I mean, their eye-to-hand coordination is unbelievable. They could swipe, text, maneuver a joystick, on the PlayStation, right? Multiple things, right? So
play more video games, kids.
Yes.
It actually pays off.
and no, absolutely. So
I've got a whole bunch of parents mad at me right now.
no, it can actually capitalize both in the industry that we're in, but also on the military and defense industry. That's a huge point that they're going after. These younger, talented students, either graduating from high school or going through college, and they're putting them through the drone, because the drone's not only aerial. You also have water drones, right? Both boats that are. I mean, I saw a video from the Ukrainian war that they outfitted a jet ski. So a jet ski, right? It was gray. It looked like a naval, jet ski, because it looked gray. It had missiles on the side, but it was unmanned. And so somebody was maneuvering that. Somebody was controlling that.
I would love to see this underwater for you, because Guam's
Yes.
competitive swimming community is huge, and I would love to see like one of those man versus machine like setups and everything.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And
Train against a robot. What better way?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's probably where we're going to head to. So, but we are, from the sports perspective, we are looking at the drone soccer. We're definitely going to see exactly how we can incorporate that and see if we can bring that out here. And then the training, we continue to train and get more pilots out there to go through our course. And obviously we have a great relationship with the NASA Space Grant Program at UOG, which is phenomenal. They absolutely, they put on a program that allows students from all diversities, from GCC, from UOG, engineers all the way to scientists. They all come in and they learn how to fly drones, and then they utilize it in their best way into what they're doing in their studies. So that's a really great program. We want to be able to continue with our junior drone program as well into the high school, and then to the middle school, and really kind of capture their imagination and saying, okay, if I go through this pipeline, what is it in it for me? And then we show them we can design, you can be an engineer, you can just become a pilot. And,
Absolutely.
And so there's so many things that we want to be able to continue to grow with the industry, because I think we're still just at the ground level. This thing is really going to
Nice choice of
grow.
words.
Yeah, right. Yes.
The wordplay is off the charts.
Yeah,
here.
no,
that is
ground
kind of the
level,
point.
and it's going to take off. Like
Absolutely.
so, two sound bites there that are no pun intended. But yeah, so we're really looking forward, because the interest, the parents are really getting engaged and getting their kids involved into our. We hold. We're going to hold probably in 2 weeks at UOG through the NASA Space Grant Program. Just a weekend. It's free for the kids to come out. You have to sign up though. 12 to 14 spots, but it's an opportunity to be there for 3 to 4 hours to learn the basics on flying, understand exactly the dynamics of drones, and usually the parents stick around and they get amazed, because their kids are maneuvering and they didn't know that they could do it, and now they see how the video gaming actually can be transferred over to maneuvering actual drones. So they were amazed. They ask a lot of great questions, but all in all, I think the industry it continues to grow. And from a commercial standpoint, you see the technology that we're working on here, with the drone cleaning. Although we do have sports, drone cleaning is also a fun aspect of being able. It's a job, right? We get paid to go out and clean buildings and wash windows, but you do it with the drone, and it's fun.
But even if you're not a competitor, you could still use drones for measurement and assessment. And sports science is so huge right now. And like swimmers or ground sprinters or archers, they may want to see their form, their technique, and they want to get a better glimpse of it from a variety of angles and say, am I doing this at an optimum level? Drones are the perfect vehicle for that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's another aspect of being able, get it. And you see, and I think that's one of the things that they were talking about, how the level of play in the professional sports, whether it's Olympics, it's gone from where they were, maybe even just 30, 40 years ago, to where the athletes are now, because of these aspects, because their technology that's able to measure their swim, they're measuring their breath. All this stuff is just dynamic. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun though.
There you go.
Seeing how the transition into this whole tech world is happening.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's Charlie Hermosa, Bella Wings Aviation. Check them out, everybody. They are doing amazing things. STEM and sports. It's a beautiful marriage.